get vitiligo because you have fish and milk. I mean, I'm a vegetarian, I've never had fish in my life. When I started content, I actually wanted to leave it because of trolling. I used to cry. I got so many hate comments from my dad and saying that, I'm an adopted child.
Hi guys, welcome to Z Media India.com. My name is Simran Keswani, and today with us we have a renowned influencer, an Instagram star, and someone who's widely known for her inspiring battle with the skin condition vitiligo. So welcome Aastha Shah. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. I am super excited to know what's coming next.
Same here. So Astha, before we start your interview, I have to say this that seeing you collaborating with so many big brands, you're working with so many celebrities. I think you have smashed beauty standards time and again. And I think for anybody who's going through the same skin condition, it would be a constant reminder for them. So, yes, kudos to you for that.
Thank you so much, means a lot.
Yes. So, Astha, let's start about your journey. And पहले तो मुझे लगता है कि जो हमारी society है, it has really evolved, now. And it was not the same case before. I think people were not that accepting or sensitive as they are now. So I'm sure that as a kid, you might have anyway been through people passing some unnecessary mean comments. And then from that to putting yourself out on a social media platform, when you're open to everybody's comment, I think it takes a lot of courage. So when was that hard hitting moment for you that you realized that, what, I want to be the voice for inclusivity and acceptance for this community? And how did that manifest into being your full-time profession?
So, I have vitiligo since I was around 7 or 8 years old. When I got diagnosed with vitiligo, I remember the doctor had not even told my parents that I have vitiligo, and we surfed on the internet and we got to know, I have vitiligo. My parents and I were very disheartened when we got to know that. We tried a lot of medications, we went to a lot of doctors, we did a lot of things, but nothing really worked out. And 6 or 7 years after, literally, my life was just like going to school, coming back, going to doctors, coming back, doing homework, sleeping. This was my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And after all this, I realized that what's the point of wasting time in just curing something which is not scientifically proven? Like, there is no cure to vitiligo yet. I rather focus on myself and I focus on my career. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror and just seeing, I mean, just thinking that this doesn't define me. Like, vitiligo doesn't define me. There's way more than this. I can do so much more in life. And that's when I stopped all my medications. I started living life normally. My parents used to, encourage me to wear like shorts and sleeveless clothes, um and flaunt my skin. They never told me to, like, hide my skin, and that was the best part. They gave me a lot of courage, and that's how I grew in life. I think that time it hit me that, I have a dream to at least inspire people through my journey. And yeah, I think about my social media journey, that's a completely different story. But this is the time I realized that I need to stop focusing on vitiligo and actually accept myself the way I am and focus on other things.
But what was your first reaction when you first learned about the fact that you have this skin condition?
Uh, First, when I got to know about it, actually, it was really small. So I didn't really understand what it is. But seeing how upset my parents were, it just felt that there's something wrong that's happening. It was just shocking out of nowhere. We didn't even expect for this to happen. So it was very unexpected, So uh, back then, I didn't really feel anything. But then when I started growing up, started going to school, or people would throw a lot of mean comments at me. And when I started growing, I realized that in this world, external appearance matters a lot. It's not about the
Mm.
person you are. The beauty standards set by the society means you have to be beautiful, you have to be very pretty, and back then I was really patchy. That's when it kind of
Mm.
started hitting me. When people give me mean comments, I used to just come back home and cry a lot, and the next day I used to be fine. I used to be like, it's fine, just let it be. I have had my very, very bad days where I've just sat at home crying, asking God, like, why me? But I've also
Mm.
had very good days where I've just got up, been confident, and I'm just like, yes, I can do this and I can fight through this.
Okay. Also, like, you have mentioned this many times, and you just mentioned it that your family was always there as your support. So I want to know that what is the role of a family when you're combating with any insecurities?
I think their role is the biggest role. If they wouldn't be there, I wouldn't be where I am today. Uh, my parents, my brother, my grandparents, everyone was there with me from day one. I've heard stories where parents just disown their children because they have vitiligo. They tell them, go cure it yourself, then only I'll let you pursue your dreams. I've actually spoken to people like this. There was one mother who literally like put hot wax on her daughters, or patches, so that it gets cured. I mean, all this is really sad. I mean, if you do not have support from your own family in your own house, how do you
Yeah,
expect the society to accept you? And you won't even be able to accept
exactly.
yourself. It is like the family, the people around you who encourage you to do different things, who encourage you to actually live and love yourself. That's
Right.
how like you eventually grow up. Because when you're young, you don't know what's happening. It's
Hmm.
just the older people who help you get through everything. So genuinely kudos to my family. I even remember like a far off family member saying that I don't know if you'll be able to get married, stuff like this. They should go and tell my parents. But it's really sad because in this time you shouldn't go and tell people like mean stuff. You
Yeah.
should rather make them feel better about themselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. Definitely kudos to your parents. I think more parents should be like your parents. My next question to you is about myths about vitiligo, because I'm sure you have spread a lot of awareness about this particular skin condition, but still, I'm sure there's a lot of myths about it. So, if you would like to acknowledge them to foster a better understanding.
It's about vitiligo. There are a lot actually. People firstly think it's a disease. It's not a disease. It's a skin condition. It does not affect your internal organs. It's just an external skin condition. Basically, what happens is there are these cells called melanocytes. They stop functioning. So instead of giving out the brown color, they give off the white color because they are dead inside. There's nothing that affects us any which way. People think we get cancer because of vitiligo. People think you get vitiligo because you have fish and milk. I mean, I'm a
Hmm.
vegetarian. I've never had fish in my life. I remember people coming to me randomly, like when I used to travel by train, they used to be like, you've eaten fish and milk. That's why, you've got vitiligo. I mean, it's an autoimmune skin condition. It is kind of hereditary. And especially people are like, if you touch someone with vitiligo, it can spread to you as well. That's not possible.
Hmm.
I remember
Yeah.
going to this rural area where there was a guy, that everyone was playing cricket, and there was one boy who was just sitting on the side. He had vitiligo, and I was just talking to him, and he was just like, I mean, because I have vitiligo, no one is ready to play with me. No one wants to even touch me because they think if they will touch me, then even they will get it. So I mean, we don't really realize. I'm still living in the city, so I don't realize all this. But in the rural areas, people are still not aware about the skin condition.
Hmm. But I'm sure you must have seen that people don't have the same perspective now. So, can you tell us more about that? How perception of society has changed?
No, it has changed, of course. They've become more inclusive, body inclusive, skin inclusive. People who are slightly healthier or who are dusky. Now brands actually include them. Earlier, I know I've spoken to
Yes.
people where they used to tell them to, hide the acne or,
Hmm.
something like this. But now everyone just I mean, they want you to show it, be your real self and be your
Yes.
true self. Brands have become like that. I don't know if the society still accepts you that way. Currently, I'm completely fair. So, according to the Indian standards, I must be extremely beautiful.
Hmm.
But all this has happened to me naturally. When I had vitiligo, I mean, it took 15 years and it's all happened on its own. I
Yeah.
mean, I've not done anything to become this way. But I know I've lived those 15 years of people just having blank stares at me, coming and telling me rude comments, not speaking to me, my own friends not giving me attention, not talking to me, and now everyone just gives me a lot of attention. Oh, Asa, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, this all. I mean, you're doing so well on Instagram. This that. I mean, I was
Hmm.
the same Astha 10 years ago, but you never even cared about me in school, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it is evolving. It is changing, but not everyone yet.
But has that validation changed your self confidence?
I honestly don't think, of course, I'm not saying that it has not changed at all, but
Hmm.
the day I stopped my medication and my parents gave me that strength to live life like a normal child, I think that's when my confidence rose to level 100, because
Hmm.
I didn't have to care about anything. Like I just had to live normally. Earlier I was restricted to eat a lot of things, but I genuinely started living a normal life. I think that's when my confidence completely rose. And of course, after validation it became way better. I was obviously loving the validation and people coming and telling me
Yes.
nice things. But
Hmm.
yeah, again, I just feel it's the people around you who help you gain that strength and confidence.
So I think social media का part and parcel होता है trolling. If there's one section of society which is very nice, very loving, there's also another section of society that can be really mean, that they don't even realize there's a human sitting right across the screen. So have you dealt with trolling, and how does that take a toll on your mental health?
Of course, I've dealt with a lot of trolling. Initially, when I started content, I actually wanted to leave it because of trolling. I used to cry a lot. I used to like go and block people and sit and delete specific comments. But then, I mean, there was this one, I mean, when it came to me it was fine, but there was this one reel I uploaded with my dad. So my parents
Hmm.
are, of course, have like little dusky skin versus me, and I just didn't want people to say anything rude. So in a reel of two I had put on top daughter and father, but I
Hmm.
got so many hate comments from my dad and saying that, I'm an adopted child and stuff like this. That's when it kind of hurt me, and I was like, this is like getting too much, and I'm not okay with them telling anything to my parents. But then again, my parents were like, you've made everything public and you have to deal with the love and hate. You rather focus on the 90% love versus the 10% hate. And even if you're
Hmm.
looking at the hate, use that as motivation and just come back stronger. Why do you want to
Yes.
let it affect you so much? And
Hmm.
yes, of course, this is what like helped me grow. And in today's time, if you ask me about trolling, I don't even look at them. And even if I look at them, I just ignore. I don't even waste my time to delete the comment. I'm just like, it's okay, let it be. I don't really care.
Love that. That's amazing. Okay. So Netflix पे एक movie आई थी, खो गए हम कहाँ,
Okay.
and if you have seen that movie.
Yeah.
So, in that movie, it has reignited the striking contrast between the real and real life of influencers. So, I want to know this from you, that do you think there's some disparity, or do you think that it was a little bit of exaggeration?
Okay, it was a little bit of exaggeration, but I don't completely take that away from them. That is true. Not everyone shows their real side. Everyone shows that the grass is greener on the other side. No one really shows the part where, they're going through a lot. Actually, that's the tougher part.
Yes.
Even like getting my public. Honestly, if I would have just come like this on the internet, no one would really know I have it. Like, oh, they would just think I'm probably a
Hmm.
foreigner or something like that.
Yes.
But putting out my story was to inspire people. So it just depends on creator to creator. I think there are a lot of people who also put their real selves. Some people who try to edit and Photoshop and do all these things. In the end of
Hmm.
it, I just feel you will honestly become a creator if you're true to yourself and true to your audience. I mean, because how much ever
Absolutely.
you try to fake it, how long will it even go for?
True.
So
True.
yeah, and for the attention, how like they show in the movie and stuff, there are a lot of people who do it. I mean, even I've done it sometimes, so it's fine. But still, again, just being authentic
Can you give
is the most
examples, like what
important.
have you done?
No, for example, if I'm for a day I've not put any stories, and I have some previous 3 days pehle ka some story, I've just
Hmm.
put it as if it's in real time, saying that, oh yeah,
Hmm.
like, I'm just here, like stuff like this, just for that attention. But
Yeah, yeah.
that I've not like faked myself in a way where I Photoshop
No.
something or I've used some extreme filters so that no one really knows how I look. I've not done all that because even for example, beauty creators, how much ever makeup you put, still your skin has that texture. You cannot hide that texture of your skin.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think just be authentic and true to yourself. They have kind of said the truth in the movie, but it was a nice movie, I think. Good
Definitely. It was
lesson.
an amazing. Yes. All right. I think it was very insightful, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to get a benefit out of it. And in the end, I would like to play a rapid fire with you. So, are you ready?
Awesome. Yes, excited.
Okay. One thing you wish people knew about influencers.
that we also need a break.
Hmm. Okay. Tarini Shah or Prableen Kaur, your favorite content creator?
This is tough. I honestly like both. They both are from different genres. But I kind of relate to Prableen more because she talks about skin positivity, and I know what she's
Yes.
been through and she's been bullied and stuff like that. So I kind of connect with
Hmm.
her way more, but I still love both of them.
All right. If you wouldn't be an influencer or an actor, what would you be? Or a dancer?
I was actually working as a financial analyst before this at a bank, and I've also
Oh,
done CFA. So I was
oh
completely into the
wow.
finance stream. So I would definitely be something in the finance.
One beauty hack that can instantly uplift your look.
I love mascara, so I think I can't leave my house without mascara. So yes, I think that just like uplifts your entire look.
All right. And at the end, since you dance really well, so solo dance or group dance?
I think group dance because it's like more fun. Solo dance is good, but like group dance, you want to like you just have your friends and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like a lot
Yeah.
of fun. So that.
All right. It was amazing interacting with you. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you. It was amazing speaking to you.